So I played a couple of WSOP Circuit events down here. You know, I was going to videotape it, but I'm glad I didn't. I'll point out a couple things. Maybe it might help you guys, my viewers. As far as some mistakes I made, thinking about how I went from having a ton of chips to basically sitting here with 12 big blinds. And I wondered how the hell that happened. Number one, calling so much with speculative hands. For example, I raise in mid position with 5 of clubs, 7 of clubs. Probably shouldn't do that with 30, 35 bigs. Not really deep enough to do that. But what made it worse is I make a 3, the guy makes a 10. And you know, people in these tournaments are not 3-betting light. They're really strong. So they got ace, king, ace, queen, high pairs. So I called, and then he bet real small on the flop. I had a gutter. I called. What am I doing, right? I lost a bunch of chips there. I shouldn't even been involved. It's different than a cash game. You can do that in a cash game deep. This isn't a cash game. This is tournament. So that's one of the mistakes I believe I made. Number 2, blind versus blind. I was playing against a lady. A lot of people are like this, blind versus blind, pretty sticky. So I'd raise, she'd call. I'd say I'd have a decent hand to raise with king 5 suited, for example. Let's say I whiff the board. And I turn around and I bet, and she snap calls. Well, regardless of the turn, I really have to double barrel. I did not double barrel enough, because then you check, and then I checked again, and you know, she won with jack high. And then another time I turn around, because I know she's calling with any pair if I don't bet the turn. So double barrel. People call so light heads up, blind versus blind. You got to double barrel. And I should have double barreled more. And she was calling me really light, which means if I double barrel, I can get her off it. So that was another mistake I made. Did not double barrel enough, blind versus blind. Number 3, there's a real aggro kid that sat down immediately, and he started raising virtually every late position and button like a couple times. I looked down in the small blind when he raised on the button, and I have king of diamonds, 8 of diamonds. That's a mandatory 3-bet. And I don't know why I didn't do it. And I thought about it, and I didn't do it. And the kid ended up winning with 7-4 offsuit. That's all he had. And he flopped a pair of 7s. I flopped a straight draw. Lost some chips on that one. And I had an over with a king, I figured. But bottom line is, I need to just 3-bet that. And he's gone. That's what I need to do. If people are raising a late position, that's a good enough hand in the blinds to definitely 3-bet. Any ace, if people are raising quite a bit to steal the blinds, raise out of the blinds. That is good enough hand to 3-bet. And get those garbage hands like 7-4 to just snap fold. Because people, I mean, when I saw the 7-4, I was blown away. That's a few things. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, know your shoving ranges, of course. This kid he raised under the gun. And I had 12 bigs. And I shoved with ace queen. And he's called me, snap called me with pocket 5s. That's a terrible call. You got to have 7s or better there. And, you know, early versus early is probably supposed to be a little bit better than that. So, bad call by him. So you got to know what your calling ranges are, your shoving ranges are, depending how deep you are, and depending on the position. All that matters. Your position shoving with 12 bigs on the button is a lot different than under the gun. So, learn that stuff, because you got to know that stuff. I used to just know basic shoving ranges, and then now that I've played more, it's dawned on me that it's all dependent on not just stack size, but position as well. And, of course, if there's action in front of you, etc. And I was thinking of one more thing, and I think it escaped me. I can't think of it right now. But hopefully those couple of things help. Speculative hands, know your ranges to shove and call. 3-bet out of the blinds. Be more aggressive, blind versus blind. And I think that's it. I'm trying to remember how I lost all my chips. I really don't know how I lost my chips. I think I was being not aggressive enough in some spots. I was wondering if I was being too aggressive, but thinking I was not aggressive enough. So anyway, maybe that'll help you guys.